Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Today, literally like 8 or 9 months in the making, I've got a watch for you. It is a special collaboration piece. So in the recent past, I collaborated with Spinnaker for them to produce a watch based on my input. I'm working with other brands to do the same. So I figured, why not kind of turn the tide, and I'll collaborate with someone else since I now manufacture watches, and they can have design authority and we'll collab together. So back in March of 2021, I was on one of my runs and I had this thought of like, wow, I keep seeing this blood moon mod on YouTube, which was done by Lume Shot. Eric, who happens to be in New York City. Very popular video. He is a watch modder. He does have a YouTube channel, Instagram. I'll put his YouTube channel down below. If you don't know it, he has a rather large following. I said, geez, why not reach out to this guy? See if he'll design his own Islander, if you will. I'll finance it, manufacture it. And in total transparency, he's getting a cut of the revenue of the watch that you're about to see. And if this works out, we will do more in the future. But why not have him design a watch? I'll give him a set of not many guidelines. You'll see he just had a case that he had to kind of choose. Other than that, he has full design authority over everything. And I think what he came up with is just totally amazing. So hopefully there will be more. I think this one will be a success. It is a 200-piece limited edition. So once these are gone, they're gone. So before we get over, I guess I'm still in honeymoon phase with my Accutron 2020. And I guess I will do a video on this guy eventually. I will do it. I think I'll do watch and learn style. And because we're talking mods, here is an Islander titanium case mod that I did. This was an ISL 18 that I put onto a titanium case, a brushed steel bezel insert, put on a nice nylon strap. Let's see what Eric and I have cooked up for you today. So here we go. I present to you the Islander Glacier Lume Shot collaboration. A whole lot of words going on there. Model number is ISL 124. It is a collab between Islander and Lume Shot. So traditionally, Lume Shot is a watch modder. He does bespoke pieces. You can commission him to do a custom watch for you. So kind of we've gone a little bit in a different direction here, whereas he's specified the design, and then I went out and mass manufactured the 200 pieces. So all the manufacturer, assembly, QC, that's all done by me. The design, look and feel was done by him. Very iterative process. As I said, this has been going on for around 8 or 9 months, but the final result is just beautiful. And the one word that comes to mind is crisp. That is the word I feel, crisp. So, I guess we'll go. So, in case you can't already tell, it is based off of that Samurai cross of an SKX 77 platform, like my ISL 60, 62, 66, 67. So, Samurai-esque case, but this actually does take SKX 77 parts, bezel, dial, hands, crown, chapter ring, everything but the bracelet. But why would you mod this thing? It is absolutely gorgeous. So let's go through it then. It is 42 millimeters in, if you can grab a diameter, kind of like there. It is 14 thick to a domed AR on the inside, sapphire crystal, double domed. You can see I don't get distortion when I go off angle. It is only 48 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. But it is a very chunky boy, as you can see, and the bracelet is chunky as well. With all the links, you're going to weigh in at around 217 grams. It does come on this angled link bracelet that I do on my other samurai-style watches. Screws for the links, of course. Solid end links there. And in case you did not realize it, it is a 6-position, fully milled, upgraded clasp. I use this on one of my Batman watches, the 74 and the 86, I think. This is a much nicer clasp than the standard 3-position that I offer on the rest of the Islanders. Very, very chunky and milled scissor, and this whole portion is milled. Very nice, satisfying. Whoops, get my gloves out of the way. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Integrates beautifully into the case with the bracelet. So what What else talking about? So 200 meters of water resistance. Inside, we are beating an NH35 movement. So we have a date at the 3, done in a beautiful silver frame. And 200 meters of water resistance I had talked about. I have a different sheet of notes I'm playing from today. I think that's a lot of the stuff I want to talk about. So let's really just come in on the dial and talk about that, and then we'll get into the bezel. So the dial, as you can clearly see, is out of focus. There it is. Now it's in focus. So it's this textured kind of a, I guess it's a Grand Seiko-ish kind of birch dial. Beautiful texturing on the dial. The color is an off-whitish silver. You guys can see my glove is white. The background is white. It's a little bit off-white, but I wouldn't call it silver. The markers are silver. This stuff gets very tough to define from a pure color standpoint. Beautiful, beautiful. Get my glove out of there. Applied markers with a trapezoidal lume in the middle. Awesome hands. The length of them is, I mean, look at this. Look at that on the 2. Just perfect, perfect hands. The minute hand extends just to the end of the minute marker. The hour hand just to the inside. Electric blue seconds hand. What a touch. This guy's got amazing, amazing taste, as you probably know already, if you know who he is. At the top of the dial, we have his logo, which is an L and a camera, because he also is a big photography buff. He is doing a similar video, and if our marketing is in sync, we're releasing these around the same time, and his video will probably be a lot better than mine from a photography and videography and editing standpoint, but that is him, Lume Shot. At the bottom, you have the Islander with 200 meters. I snuck in my logo over there on the crown, but I did not put it on the dial. Let's flip the case back, then we'll go back to the front. So it is an LE, and then on the back, it's kind of simple. Glacier is the name that he bestowed upon this, which I thought was a great name. It is very crisp and icy, if you will. There is an etching of the Glacier Islander by Lume Shot Collab Sapphire 200 meters, and you will get an LE number. This happens to be number 43. This is the photography sample. Eric is graciously wearing numero uno already, and he loves it. He sent me a wrist shot, and it looks great on him. Bezel. Oh, wait. Crown is screwed down, knurled. I mean, I guess we'll go over the operation real quick so I can get the hands out of the way. So, hand winds, 40 hours of power reserve, 24 joules. Hacks, set the time. One click out, one direction will do the date, the other direction will do nothing. Okay, so let's get into the bezel real quick, because the bezel is a little bit different than we are used to. It is a coin edge bezel. That's not the different part. The different part is it is a count down bezel as opposed to a count up bezel. Count up bezels go 5, 10, 15, your conventional dive bezels. This is a count down bezel. So what is the difference? How is a count down bezel different other than being backwards? How do you use it? Maybe that's what you're asking me. It's actually pretty cool. Count up bezels are usually measured for elapsed time. You know, with your time in your pasta, your laundry, whatever you do. Let's not talk about the dive functionality at all, because virtually nobody uses it for that. But I've done watch and learns on that. You might want to check them out. Let's say that you are doing something and it is 10 minutes until you have to, whatever you're doing, you need 10 minutes. Go check it in 10 minutes. You're boiling spaghetti. So you'd set the 10 at the minute hand. Then when 10 minutes are up, boom. It's right on the triangle, so you know your time is up. Rather than the conventional count up timer was you put the triangle on it, and then when it got to 10, you knew your time was up. Here, if you have a bad memory, and you don't remember what you were doing, 50 minutes. Okay, 50 minutes from now, this minute hand will be here and will be in business. So that is a count down bezel. The bezel is brushed steel, black paint. There is no lume on the bezel. That was something Eric and I went back and forth on. It just simply didn't look. If you loomed it, it didn't work well at all. So nice and visible. But the hands and the markers beautifully done in BGW 9. Like that. How does that grab you? So around the periphery of the indices, you're just seeing reflection through the bevel of the crystal. But then you're seeing BGW 9, beautiful different shape marker at 12, nice red glare from the camera, which I'll never cover, and the green as well. But this is BGW 9, so it is glowing a beautiful, beautiful blue hue. There she is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Again, the word that comes to mind when I had Eric, I sent him his number 001. And I said, send me a wrist shot. He sends me a wrist shot. And I just wrote back, I just wrote crisp. That's the word that comes to my mind when I look at this. So I think the name Glacier is perfect. Looks amazing, looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. So lug to lug 48. Obviously, I wear these. I wear the wave dial. I wear the 67. I love all of them. But this guy, there's just going to be 200 pieces, limited edition. Once they're gone, they are gone. Hopefully, I'll do more with him. If this is a success, which I think it will be. Did I mention price? I don't think I did. It's $349. And again, in full transparency, Eric is getting a little bit of a cut of the revenue for his time, effort, and also, of course, the use of his likeness in the videos and in the marketing. That's about it, folks. So the Glacier is available now. Once it's gone, it's gone. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Comments, questions, concerns, anything, leave them down below. I'll be sure to address them as possible. And sure, go check out Lume Shot's video on this watch as well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.